Hey guys, it's TBGP, and today I'm gonna have to be a bit serious. If you're wondering what I'm gonna be serious about, I'm taking on the topic of EA's buyout and whether or not you should play The Sims, because I have my own opinions on here, and I feel like a lot of people are either one way or the other, and it kind of makes me just mad, and no one's really talking about, just not talking about what I want them to talk about, essentially. So obviously, there's some extreme opinions on this, and I don't really care about anyone else's opinions. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't. And I just want to talk about this for just a quick second. This is not gonna be the longest video on this planet. I'm just gonna get over my thoughts, and basically whether or not I think that is it okay for us to keep playing The Sims. So first and foremost, EA was bought by the Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund, aka the Saudi Arabian government. It also was bought by a private equity company called Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners, which is owned by Donald Trump's son-in-law. So let's just say a mix of that does not sound like a good thing for EA as a whole. They've also taken on $20 billion in debt. Okay, that's a half, isn't it? They also said that they would like to use more AI to cut costs and workloads, which is not a good thing. So we see where this is going with EA. So yeah, I would say that the people who work at EA, like all of the inner companies, they're probably extremely terrified for their jobs at this point. And you know, I feel so freaking bad for them because they could absolutely lose their jobs because of this. And besides the poor EA employees, now we also have an overarching situation going here. The literal Saudi Arabian government, which by the way, Saudi Arabia, their government and, you know, royalty is not known for the greatest things. And I'll say this right here now because I know people love to just talk. I have nothing against nobody at all. I genuinely don't care what people do or, you know, what their culture is. It just does not bother me as long as no one's trying to force anything on me. Honestly, that's legitimately it. But in the case of this is a government system that straight up oppresses its people. And you know, I got something against that. I do not like when the government gets involved with anything, if I'm gonna be honest. Anytime the government gets involved, it usually gets weird. When I say it gets weird, it usually also gets bad. Any type of government. Have it be from America, freaking Saudi Arabia, or shoot, even something like Japan. I do not want the government involved in anything. So when it comes to that, I'm just like, yeah, no, I think that's really shady, and I don't really like the fact that they're in there, especially because, you know, they commit human rights violations. And you know, I got something against that too, and that goes for everyone. I'm very tired of this type of stuff. So in the ending, them buying it, I'm just like, ew. That's it. Ew. Why did you let a whole government buy into a gaming company? I find that very shady, but whatever. You know, I'm not talking about that because we also have Tencent and the Chinese government that is also in there, and as well as I believe Krafton, one of the members, has something to do with politics in Korea. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really like that getting involved, but I can't say much because that happens here in America too. The amount of investments people have in the gaming companies who are political people is quite annoying, actually. But you know what? Like I said, whatever. That's not the entire point. I'm just putting that out there because I know people like to say stuff. I'm just gonna state real quickly is that I don't think we need to worry too much about Saudi Arabia. Should you be giving these people your money? Probably not. But I don't think you have to worry about them as much as you have to worry about the other folks that own EA now. Because Saudi Arabia, their like government or one of the princes owns like 90% of SNK, aka King of Fighters and stuff like that. I believe they also have something to do with the WWE, and they have not changed much from those things. So I don't expect them to change much about EA in the first place. But I do worry about, you know, Trump's son-in-law and stuff like that, because those people are very annoying with the things that they try to do. So I would not sit here and say anything else but them. You might have to worry about them. Also, when it comes to private equity, you should probably worry about that too, because private equity, brother, I'm tired of private equity. One of my small hobbies is to look at business related stuff, and anytime private equity is mentioned, or you know, the 2008 financial crisis, I already know things are going badly. So yeah, in the ending, no, I think you should worry about freaking Trump's son-in-law and private equity more than Saudi Arabia, but I also understand not wanting to give your money to these people. I would not either. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. What about The Sims? You know, what is the people who are watching this channel actually care about? What about The Sims? So what about The Sims? You know, the thing that most people watching this channel care about. I personally care about a lot of other EA games, but I'm not gonna get into that here because no one wants to hear how much I like other games than The Sims. But The Sims, since that's what most people are worried about in the case of, well, The Sims, I don't believe they're gonna change anything about The Sims. I hear a lot of people being like, they're gonna change it, they're gonna censor it. First, if I'm correct, I don't think The Sims 4 is even available in Saudi Arabia, but I don't think they're going to censor it either. It's quite pointless to throw devs into the game just to remove stuff. Like, I feel like it's a lot more money and waste than it is. What I do feel like they're gonna do to The Sims is monetize the heck out of it. The Sims is already highly monetized with their 4 different pack types. I believe they're going to monetize the heck out of the game more. Be wary of the microtransactions and stuff like that, because they're gonna try to get rid of that $1 billion real quick. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if they cancel Project Renee and start working out a Sims 5 just so that they can make more money. Because The Sims 5, with the amount of stuff around it, will most likely still sell well, even if it's not not well receptive. So I would not be surprised if they do that, or if they add more monetization to The Sims 4, or shill out more packs. Because look at them, they said, we're not going to make any more expansions. They released a kit. So anyway, obviously, they don't really care. They're going to keep doing it either way. And The Sims 4 is just going to get more and more broken, but people will still keep buying it, so they're going to keep shilling it so they can get more money to pay off their $20 billion in debt. So my personal opinion, they're not going to change anything about The Sims 4. They're just going to probably add more and more content on top of the dumpster fire that is The Sims 4. Now let's move on to the meat and potatoes, aka what I actually really want to talk about. So there's been this moral dilemma of, is it okay to keep playing The Sims even if you don't agree with the people who own The Sims? Right? I see a lot of people saying that, should they uninstall it? Should they just like not play the game anymore? Not record the game or anything like that? Recording, I'll get to that in a second, but like, should we play the game still? I personally believe yes, keep playing The Sims. And the reason why I say that, you spent your own hard-earned money on that game. As long as you do not buy anything else related to The Sims, they will not be making money off of you. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not bought anything from EA in like the last 5 or 6 years. Everything I've gotten from EA was either gifted to me or I bought it pre-owned. Like stuff like, oh, look at Dragon Age or whatever. You know, I could get those games pre-owned because they're physical. I understand digital stuff you're not gonna really get pre-owned, but physical copies of games, I can get it pre-owned, which is completely fine. I would be doing that, and that's the still thing. If there's something from EA that I want to play, I'm just gonna wait until it's pre-owned, because then they don't get my money. Only GameStop will be getting my money, which you can argue is also bad. But in that case, just don't buy anything. Like, that's what I personally believe. Keep playing your game. Keep posting your pictures. Keep doing all of that. You can do that. You did buy the game, and you should be allowed to play your game. I will keep playing The Sims 3 until the day that I die. So it's fine. In The Sims 2, so like, you're fine. You're good. You're dandy. Keep playing the game. I don't think it's morally wrong to play the game. Just don't buy any more expansion packs, and you'll be good. Like, I don't think there's an issue with playing the game, and I don't think anyone should have an issue with you still playing the game, even if you don't agree with the owners. We never really agreed with EA in the first place. So, like, what does this change about not wanting to buy anything from their company? Is it arguably worse now? Yes, but I still don't buy anything from EA. I haven't in like the last 5 or so years. After I finished my Sims 3 collection, I have not bought anything from EA ever again, and I won't. And that's just it. Keep playing your game. Don't buy anything else. I think you're good. Now I want to talk about the content creator thing. People are saying that if you're a content creator who plays The Sims, then you are most likely promoting the game and all that good stuff, right? I don't think so. I disagree, actually. Here's what I'm going to break it down into real quickly, so do listen up, and I think you should really pay attention for this part. Playing the game and recording the game, I don't think that's promoting the game. As long as you say that you don't agree with their issues and you're just playing the game, like playing a save that you've had for the longest or recording the series that you had for the longest, I think you're fine. This even goes for The Sims 4, because first of all, maybe I'm just selfish or I'm just content brained, like some people like to say. I am not stopping playing The Sims 3, Sims 2, or Sims Medieval, or any other Sims games that I've purchased. I'm not going to stop playing them and recording them because I own them, and if I wish to profit off of games that I own, I think that that's absolutely fine. I have nothing against that. I don't think anyone should stop playing the game for that. But here's the difference. If you're playing the game because you just genuinely like The Sims, you're not buying anything related to The Sims anymore, you're just playing it because you personally enjoy playing the game, I think you're fine. Keep recording, keep uploading that content, guys. Keep going, you know, keep the content machine going. But if you are actively buying new expansion packs, promoting new expansion packs, or being paid by EA to promote said expansion packs, or getting free ones from EA, that's where I think the line should be drawn. The line is drawn when you are profiting off of EA because they're actually physically paying you, as well as giving you free expansion packs. No, actually, no, not at all. You should quit YouTube right then and there. That sounds very mean. If you're not going to denounce them and stop working with them like that, then you should stop playing the game. Because you getting free stuff and promoting it to other people, no, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
I don't think that that's a good thing to do. If you denounced EA during this buyout and say that you don't like what they're doing, but then you're still accepting their money, playing their new expansion packs, buying their new expansion packs, or getting them for free, I'm sorry, you're part of the problem because you don't care as much as you say you do. If you truly cared and it was truly against your morals, you would cut contact with EA and play the game on your own while saying that you do not support EA's actions, but you love The Sims. I think that that is a fine way of going about it. But if you keep profiting off of EA specifically, you're in their creator network, you are getting free expansion packs, free kits, game packs, stuff packs. I'm sorry. I don't know what the freak you're doing. I'm sorry you're dumb. This is coming from someone who also makes Sims content. If I was getting free packs and then they did something I did not like, you know, the game being broken, I think that's already bad enough that you guys freaking promote the game when it's broken. But you promoting the game now that you're like, I disagree with the way that they're going, and then you're still profiting on Okay, yeah, bro. You need to stop. Like, throw in the towel. You're gone. Get out. Stop it. Put up your white flag. No. If people don't like you anymore because of this, you did it to yourself. Because I don't see how you would keep playing the game. Look, there's a lot of Sims YouTubers. I'm sure everyone knows who I'm talking about. Like, all of the specific people I'm talking about. A lot of the bigger ones have not cut contact with EA. And I think that's where the issues come. I get it. You make money off of this or blah, blah, blah. You'll still make money if you play the game without being affiliated with EA. As long as you're not in contact with EA, you're not getting money from EA, and you're not getting free codes from EA, I don't think anyone's going to complain about you. But as long as you're still a EA creator, like content creator or whatever, creator network person, that's where I think the problems are, because you are actively profiting off of a company that technically now supports human rights violations. Not that they didn't before, because I'm gonna bring up a story real quickly, because I remember my sister telling me this, and if I can find the article, I will 100% link it. But there was something about Anthem during the development of that game, you know, Bioware, that these people were like under emotional distress, and there's like a cry closet or something like that, and that's how much distress they were put under making that game. So obviously EA isn't against, you know, human right violations, and now they definitely aren't. So in the case of you keep getting stuff from EA for free, you're part of the problem. I'm just gonna be honest, you're part of the problem. And if you guys don't like that, then don't watch these people anymore. Stop supporting them. Once their views start dropping lower and their reputation takes a tank, they will not keep doing this. They will have to change. So stop watching them, unsubscribe to them. That's it. Don't bully them. Don't do anything like that, because you just look stupid bullying people. Bullying people are for actual idiots, and I'm not scared to say that. But dip, like, don't watch them anymore. I wouldn't. I know personally I'm gonna keep playing The Sims while denouncing EA. And if you guys know any alternative ways of playing The Sims, I say go ahead and do that. Find ways of getting The Sims that has nothing to do with you getting it through EA. Buy pre-owned versions of The Sims 2 and 3 if you can find them. Get codes from code websites. I believe they steal codes or whatever, some of them, but whatever. Get codes from code websites. You know, do the fun thing, you know, go on a cruise, you know, and maybe find something like that. You know, the 7 C's are always there to relax you if that gets on your nerves related to The Sims. I'm just saying. But either way, yeah, I'm gonna keep playing The Sims, and I think that all Sims content creators, especially if you're small, big, whatever, keep playing The Sims. Just denounce EA. It's really not hard. I'll denounce EA right now. I don't want nothing to do with this crusty, dusty company. I knew this junk was gonna happen. I freaking hate this company. Garbage, trash. You'll never see me supporting EA. I'll never buy another EA game again, and I'll make sure no one ever gifts me anything from EA again. That's literally just how it is. I hate EA. I hate what they're doing. I hate their business practices. I hate the way their games go. That's really it. Denounce EA right here and there. And believe me when I say I genuinely do hate this company. Just like a lot of companies, I genuinely do hate EA, and I have for years. Ever since, you know, I learned the state of The Sims 4. I hate EA. So, you know, go ahead and denounce EA, and then you could keep playing The Sims. Just don't buy anything. I'm literally warning you people. This is my last freaking warning. I feel like I have to say this every freaking time I make a Sims video. Do not buy any more of their expansion packs. You let them get away with murder if you keep buying their freaking expansion packs. And that might be literal this time. So stop buying their freaking expansion packs. You have an addiction. Stop it. Anyway, that's about it for me. This video is probably a little longer than I wanted it to be, but this should come up. And just know, I hate EA. I don't like what they're doing. I can't believe it was bought. I think that was genuinely a waste of money. They're going to make the games worse. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. This is TBGP. If you have any thoughts and opinions, put those in the comments. I'll see you lot next time. And bye.